life at all. According to Jesus, messing up those 3 words can kill you. Here are a few of the most deadly examples of what I mean. You might misread that sentence as life killer number 1. God is here. We replace God, capital G, capital O, capital D, with God, small g, small o, small d. Some generic, run-of-the-mill supernatural being like the universe or a vague higher power. We miss the spiritual adrenaline rush of our Father's glorious presence. We yawn while we say His sacred name, deceived by the normality of the letters. As a result, our hearts treat God, all caps, like the yard care guys who go door to door, the ones we wish would just leave us alone so we could get back to binge-watching The Office. We all know the power and immediacy of here. When something exciting or thrilling or beautiful or long-awaited is at last here, our emotions change even if our situation does not. We get excited and temporarily forget about our fears. We run to the mailbox without bothering to put on our shoes, as if the driveway were holy ground. But most people don't have that reaction to God because they forget to mentally turn on the caps lock. Instead, God, all caps, becomes God, small, unexceptional, uninteresting. His name conjures up memories of being shushed in church and silenced with a Ziploc full of Cheerios. Some have confused God with some distant universe that we can't talk to but is tracking our daily karma. Others have felt suffocated by some white-bearded cosmic judge whose only job was to catch and condemn us when we had sex without a ring on our finger. How about you? When you hear that name, capital G, capital O, capital D, what pops into your mind? Where on your personal list of most exciting thoughts does God rank? High enough to spike your spiritual happiness, even if the circumstances of your life don't change? Your answers to those questions might be why you never were that passionate about the Christian faith, or why you haven't regularly gone to church since the days when your mom forced you to, or why you don't care all that much about what the good book calls a God-pleasing life. Someone showed you a cheap imitation of God, all caps, an uninteresting God, all lowercase. And you had better things to do. Someone or something else seemed way more intriguing, so you ran after it instead of running after Him. If all I had seen was a God like that, I would have done the same thing. Back in the mid-1900s, author A.W. Tozer chastised pastors who shrunk God into a mere God. The poor, little, undersized, small-minded preacher gets up and begins to chatter about a God he has made in his own image. And then I'm supposed to want to go to heaven and sit beside the throne of a God I could not respect on earth. In other words, who cares about heaven if only God, all lowercase, lives there? Many Christians make a similar but not so blatant mistake with the sentence I shared with you. They may capitalize the first letter of His name, turning God, all lowercase, into God with a capital G. But their hearts stop far short of the emotional reaction He deserves. They use all the right words to describe Him, all-knowing, all-powerful, ever-present, holy. But their familiarity breeds an unintentional contempt. I once surveyed a group of about 50 Christian teenagers, the vast majority of whom had not only grown up in church, but had over a decade of Christian education. For 10 school years, Monday to Friday, they had read the Scriptures, gone to chapel, memorized Bible passages, and sung songs like Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty. If you gave them a quiz, they could have easily checked the right boxes to describe God. But I asked them a simple question. What would make this year